Today we're going to do a 5-minute plank challenge. So this whole 5-minute workout, we're going to stay in some variation of a plank, whether that be low plank, high plank, doing different moves. The main goal, just try not to drop to your knees until you need to. We are starting with 1 minute of a low plank hold. What I want you to focus on in the low plank hold is to try to keep your hips not too far down and your hips not too far up, just right in the middle. And I want you to notice my shoulders are going to stay in line with that line right there. I think this is a great cue point to use if you're doing a plank because it helps you just stay nice and square and right in a line since it's so easy to bring your shoulders too far back or too far forward. I want you to focus on squeezing in your core as much as you can. Try not to let yourself loose down through your hips or use your lower back to keep you up. Just try to stay nice and steady through your core. Keep going. We're almost to that 1 minute mark, and then we're going to find our way into a high plank next. 3, 2, 1. We're in that high plank position and we're gonna go elevator planks. So go down, down, up, up. You can drop down to your knees if you need to. Just still focus on using your core. And we wanna alternate our arms here. So each time that your elbow goes down, use a different elbow. If you feel like you're really rocking your hips, bring your feet farther out to the side as I just showed you. That will help you stay in a wider base, and that's pretty standard for all. Next time you find yourself in a high plank, we're gonna go right into shoulder taps. So you can drop to your knees if you need to. We just want you to keep those shoulders in line with your wrists. Again, widen out your base if you feel like your hips are really tipping to the side. That is the goal, to keep them nice and flat and steady. Keep going, opposite hand, opposite shoulder, you got this. We are almost to the next move in 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go opposite hand back to an opposite foot. And I want you to notice how I kind of lean forward. You can bend your knees if you need to right here, if you need to work on that flexibility a little bit. As I drive back to that resting position, I'm gonna kind of drive my shoulders back over. This helps me isolate my core a little bit more. I love working on my shoulder flexibility with this one, as well as my hamstring flexibility. Let's do one more. 3, 2, 1. Now we're in a low plank and we are going taps out to the side. All right, drop to your knees if you need to, and from foot taps, make this knee taps, but I want you to challenge yourself. Try to stay up on those toes the whole 5 minutes here. Really using our obliques to bring our foot out to the side. We're almost there. Gonna find that next movement soon, but finish up. Few more taps, and 3, 2, 1. We are going into side plank rolls. So find that middle plank, and then I want you to lift one arm up, open up your chest, and bring it to the side. If you do this down on your knees, I would just like you to kick out your leg once you make it to each side. But again, try to do them on your toes. If you're like me right here and kind of lose your balance, that is okay. It's always a work in progress. It does not have to be perfection right away. We got about 5 more seconds, then we're gonna find our way into a high plank again in 2, 1. This time we're gonna drive those shoulders back, and as we come forward, we're gonna do a single leg knee drive. So again, getting a little release on those shoulders. And as you drive forward, I want you to notice how tucked in I am when I bring that knee into my chest. Don't want you to stay super flat. I want you to round like a hollow body position and focus on that drive with your knee. One last knee drive, and we're gonna find our way into a high plank, and we are just holding that high plank for the last minute. If you need to drop to your knees, that's fine. If your wrists are bugging, you have to go to your elbows, that's okay too. But if you want to, just stay in that high plank. Focus on keeping your shoulders right in line with your wrists, not too far back. Just hold. This is a good time to focus on your breathing, okay? Take nice, slow breaths in and out. Just try to make it through this last minute. I know it's tough when you have to do something stationary at the end, but I promise you are almost there, and it's gonna feel so good to have this 1 minute plank over with. You only have about 15 seconds to go. I know we haven't kept a timer up. That's because I want you to just challenge yourself to stay in the moment and stay present with your position. But this is it. 3, 2, 1. Way to go, you guys. Thank you for joining me on that 5-minute plank workout. Subscribe and see you next week.